It's like a hearse, you die to get in again.
I think we're feeling good. We're obviously a little tired from so much traveling. We fly every other day, and that always gets you just physically. But all the shows have kept us moving because the shows have all been really good, and so we're still feeling good. We're still excited to play.
Yeah, you can't help but be psyched. You know what I mean? Like the kids in this area of the world are just so like appreciative and enthusiastic. It's like you can't go up there and not have the time of your life. So I mean, I think that's where everybody is. We're just having a ball.
When the record was written, it was written, and visually we could see a full show being put on around that record. And we made the decision to play that record from front to back because that's what we originally saw happening. And once you do something for so long, it kind of runs its course a little bit. And we wanted to get back to being, like him, playing a not so structured show, and a show that was a lot more like it used to be, and a lot more raw.
Exactly. Like for almost a year, we wore those wool outfits, and the whole vibe of that starts to consume you, and we kind of, like we were saying when the whole record started, you feel like a different band, and I think we were that band for a little while, and it's just good to get back to your roots and be able to just have a crazy raw like a show where the kids don't know what song's next. It's exciting for us on stage to play the songs in different order. Like when I come back, because I was off from the band for a few months, and when I came back, it was like, other than the Mexico show, because that was the last Black Parade show, but from there on in, it was like the set list was like random songs, and it was so much fun for me.
It's horrible. It's one thing to take a break if we're all off, and that's one thing, because that's when you rest and you take your downtime and you actually take a break. But I know he felt the same way. Just when you're at home and you feel you feel like you're kind of out of place when the rest of your band is out touring and playing shows, and you feel really out of place. But it's something that you have to do to, it's either cancel a whole lot of shows or make the band move on, and that's what this band's about. This band's going to move on no matter what gets thrown in front of it. So it's a decision that we all made to keep it going, even if we couldn't be there.
That was the most mind-boggling for me. I mean, me and Gerard are huge, British rock fans. We listen to everything, but there's a huge chunk of time where me and him exclusively listen to Britpop, like Pulp and Suede and Oasis and Travis and all that stuff. It's so when we went over there for the first time, I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is where all my favorite music comes from. I'd go there and records would be out that didn't come out in the U.S. yet, that I usually have to pay $30, $40 for back in the day, and they were there. And even when we play Reading and Leeds, the fact that our logo was on the poster, because I'd grown up reading Enemy and being like, oh, Reading and Leeds, I wish I could go there, and then we played it, and our name's below Pearl Jam, and if you would have told me that at 14, I would have been full of shit, and it's dream come true.
To join the Black Parade.
Certain things that used to be hard, like traveling in a van.
Oh yeah.
I think you still kind of miss that at times, though. It was always kind of, it sucked back then to have to cram into a little van and drive to the next show. But stuff like that now is, once you're away from it for a little bit, it's you miss it. I miss playing at little tiny bars and setting up your own stuff and stuff like that. You're always going to miss it, but this definitely outweighs what we miss.
It's good because you could always recapture it. We're doing a tour in the U.S. that's places that we haven't played in 4 years. We're playing small places for fun, and it's a good thing for the fans, like the fans that have been there since the beginning. And you know, the shows sell out quick, and only the kids that love us are going to be there. You know what I mean? So that's going to be great. So you can recapture moments that you had. You know, we're playing some of the clubs we used to play when we were coming up, and it's going to be a great feeling because you're going to get these memories on stage, and you're probably going to see a lot of the same kids in the crowd.
We were talking about maybe going to the studio just to kind of put down some stuff that we've been working on. We were, but we're not doing it because Frank's not here. So, but that wasn't even done yet. That's something that changed. Like, our attitude towards that totally changed. We would never put a song out into the public that wasn't done before. And now, that was something that changed every single show because we worked on it during a sound check or something. Now we're not afraid to do that. But we were talking about maybe going to a studio and just putting down some of that stuff just to see what happens. But I definitely think we're due for a nice break, where we just spend time with our families at home for a little bit. We haven't been home for a long time, so we take that break, and then whatever's planned for a break, I'm sure will be cut in half, just because that's how we are.
It's so excited.
I'm gonna get a phone call. Yo, get to New York now. So and we'll definitely end up doing it sooner than later, and it's gonna be we're gonna write and record at our leisure. We're not gonna rush anything out. There's no sense in doing that. We're gonna put something out that's different and that's good, and when it comes out is when it's ready to come out.
We wanna break this, but I won't explain or say I'm sorry.
Not at all. That's it's weird. Like, I mean, that just shows you how awesome the kids are here and how enthusiastic, how much they love the band, and that's ultimately why you started a band. And that's the kind of fan you want, because they're not elitist. They're not at the show because they think it's gonna make them look cool. Like, they're there because they love your band. And I think as we grow as a band, I think the kids are gonna grow with us, which is what you ultimately dream of. Hey, this is Mikey.
This is Bob. We're My Chemical Romance.
And you're watching Whoa.